So I don't really know what to say. I think we're gonna win this campaign though. So I'm gonna try to just next turn my way to a victory because that is kind of what it's seeming like right now. I have 6 turns for nanotechnology, pretty much 5 turns. Thebes is ready to go. We're building the international. We're playing the whole International Space Station game because why not? I guess I'd like to win if I can. I don't know if we're doing the most production in the world. We're about to find out though. Military-wise, I mean, I'm kind of worried about the Huns. Technically, a war could be declared if I look weak enough. But I think we are going to be okay. I don't even really want to upgrade to any more of my rocket artillery in case of, I don't know, running out of all of the aluminum that I have. Boom, there's the great scientist. Perfect. So we can probably win this even faster. There it is. It's been discovered, which means we have 5 turns for the status chamber. I guess I can't work any more tiles, can I? Okay, well, manual specialist, there's a few production things that I could do. Can I gear myself towards production? Maybe go a little bit faster? That's about the fastest it's going to go. Okay, so 4 turns away. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll work the International Space Station just so that I don't have to continue to hit, choose production. Maybe the internet would be nice for doubling our tourism. I don't really know why. Everyone stay there, and I guess we're going to have to promote this unit since... Yeah. Okay, that is it. Oops. That is going to be it. I think we're going to win this campaign, and I am shocked. I don't really like to talk... it's hard to talk about this before the ending of the campaign, because I want to start talking, but I don't want to at the same time, because I don't want to jinx myself, but there's a lot of things that I want to say. This has been, well, I guess we'll talk about the campaign as a whole. This was really, really fun. By far, favorite single-player campaign ever. Probably the most viewed single-player campaign, I think. Oh, not the most viewed technically, but it received the most amount of views within the first month, this campaign. So, I mean, that was fantastic to see that you guys had that much fun. I know the beginning of the campaign got off to such a great start because I did exactly what I wanted to. I was able to get Islam up as fast as possible. I colonized Arabia really quickly so the borders weren't all messed up. Then we had to prepare for taking over Thebes, and that moment right there, to this point, still, taking over the Egyptian capital was turned everything around. Without taking Thebes at that moment, or if I had to wait another 50 turns or even 25 turns, if I didn't take over Thebes at the moment that I did, there's no way I would have won this campaign. Thebes is the only reason why we won. That is it. Yeah, that is absolutely it. Yeah, I have got to actually renew that because you're sending production. What were you doing before? Previously sending food to Delhi. I guess that's fine. Lots of happiness. Love how happy we are now, finally, with 53, which I wish I would have got a little bit earlier. That would have helped with our Zulu war. But yeah, no, so if Thebes is the only reason why we should have won, or why we won. That was it. And actually, we shouldn't even won this campaign. To be honest, I guess I will get into it a little bit. This has been probably the luckiest campaign I've ever had. I should not have won this one. The England one, yeah. I was playing on Emperor difficulty. It wasn't as difficult as this. I don't know how I was able to stop the Zulu twice. I have no idea. Actually, I do know. And actually, I think, technically, it's the first Zulu war was more impressive than this one. Boom, let's get some more culture, maybe. The first Zulu war, I think, was by far way more impressive because I didn't have nukes. I was fine. I mean, I know I was freaking out. And actually, I should have been more freaking out about it if more people joined in on the coalition. But in reality, because I had nukes and because I had the economy that I did, I just kept buying nukes. And I was just nuking the crap out of them. And I was destroying units. And because instant heal is not a thing, I think that helped out tremendously. Being able to nuke his units out, way far here. Oh, Byzantium's been destroyed. Yeah, being able to nuke all his cities and destroying units without him being able to instant heal really helps. Even though he could have just healed. But that also distracts the AI, having to clean up the fallout definitely distracts the AI by quite a bit. Looks like we're going to get a real quick... Oh, good, I get... What do we want? Autocracy is actually really bad ideology for a scientific victory, which is funny. Yeah, I guess there, boom, just in case. I'll go after that International Space Station. I guess you can sit there. Got a bunch of nukes. I don't think they would. I don't really think anyone would come after me. I mean, I've got a lot of nukes. So the campaign's over. I think we have the victory before we discover the internet. That would have been kind of nice, though. Captured by the Mayans. Which one? This one? Oh, yeah, the Mayans still attacking through the Atlantic, which is crazy. Yeah, so anyways, point is, I think the first Zulu War is a little bit more impressive because I didn't have nukes. I had nukes, and I was just buying nukes, and I was just nuking the crap out of them, and I was luckily able to hold on to my units. Playing catch-up through the Air Force was also very fun, too, because the Zulu had a dominant air superiority over me, and kind of playing that whole game of catching up was really, really fun. All right, and boom. Wow. Yeah, this is one of those campaigns where I didn't think that, I didn't think, go beyond Earth, I keep forgetting about that. I didn't think I was going to win this one. I actually, this was like one of the very few where I was like, I actually might lose this one. Usually I feel pretty confident, because I'm always going to get the comments. I always get the comments, and it doesn't bother me at this point here, is that I'm always going to get the comments that are like, oh, you're going to lose this, you're going to lose this. That doesn't bother me anymore. And that actually doesn't even affect my thinking. But just looking at the campaign a few videos ago, I was like, I don't know if I can win this. And a lot of the reason why I did win this, and again, I'm really not really taking much of the credit at all for this one. This victory, I think, all has to do with the AI is dumb. I shouldn't have won this. The AI is dumb. And a big factor was that somebody, I don't remember who it was, probably Canada or the Mayans, enabled arts funding. And from then on out, I really think it shifted the AI's focus from science to arts funding. Because I probably still don't have the #1 technology. Yeah, I'm #2 to Brazil. Brazil had everything. There you go. Boom. Brazil had every technology discovered. Almost every technology. I think that's everything. Yeah, that is. Because they can't get 100% because that's future tech. So, yeah, they could have built up the spaceship parts, but they didn't build any. So again, it's all luck, and arts funding was passed, so I think everyone was focused. And you got to keep in mind too, Brazil, arts funding was passed. Brazil's unique ability and their flavors is for them to go for a cultural victory, so it makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, I'm not taking any credit for this one. No, not at all. GNP was #1, though. That's kind of cool. I'm just glad that we got #1 GNP. Ranking #2. Not sure. I wish I would have known. I wish I knew like my all-time scores. Actually, I can check that in the main menu, but anyways, let's check out the replay. This will be very fun. Yeah, this is one of the only times where I'm gonna say like there's no way I should have won this one. The AI is dumb, and I think I was able to utilize. I knew the AI is dumb, and oh, we're gonna crash. Well, no graph for us then. Well, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this campaign. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you all for all your support. I had a really, really, really fun time playing this, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. LOL, just kidding. No, that was messed up. I'm not going to end it without going over, especially the map. We don't need to look at the graphs. I'm not even going to open the graphs up because I maybe everything's going to crash and burn. But I'm just going to look at the map, and we will look over the info addicts and religion overview, too. I was just playing with you guys. That's just, I don't know. Crack kind of has me do some funny things sometimes. Anyway, so here's the replay map. Here I am, here in little old Arabian Peninsula. Everyone else is, you know, I feel like I was staying on par. Freaking Zulu, man. 4 cities already. That is insane. No wonder. Everyone else, I mean, the Shoshone doing good, and of course the Shoshone always do well. I should probably balance out the map a little bit more next time, because we always fight the same foes. It's always the Shoshone doing good in North America, and actually, you know, the Canadians weren't doing bad in Canadian lands. Here I am. Man, this is a long playthrough for some reason. Or a long replay. Does it normally go at this speed? I think it does. Anyways, okay, so I attacked Babylon. I don't even remember what I did. This was a while ago. I think I attacked Thebes next, right? Yeah, boom, Thebes. That is when that was the big moment. Just before turn 200, I took Thebes, and that was huge. I believe I was in a big coalition war, and that's like one of the most dangerous parts of Civ 5 is in the very beginning when you start getting a lot of people angry and everyone declares war on you. Boom, take over all of India and Persia. Not all of India, but most of India. What was that? Oh, that's right. I took over Greece quite early on. I think the Ottoman War starts up soon. Yep, there goes the Ottoman War. I believe around this time is when I start my first war with the Zulu. Yeah, there it is, right there. Bam. So the Zulu just start eating away at everything. And I'm trying to protect them. You saw like a little flash of back and forth between me trying to protect the Ethiopians, I mean. Then we start both eating up at Europe, which was really fun. Boom. Eating away at Europe. And then I think around this time, well, actually the Zulu-Arabian War was about to kick off. We also watched the Huns, too. There's probably a lot of interesting things going on. I wish I could replay this a lot. I'll probably replay this when I'm watching the video myself to see what other countries were doing. Back and forth. Then all of a sudden, I just start going after it. And boom, wars. Actually, you know, I didn't do as dominant. I thought that that was a bigger, more dominant war that I had over them. But not really. I got lucky with a few cities because of nukes. So, anyways, wait one more turn. Let's go and check over religion. Let's check over religion. And what do we have here? So, religious-wise, I was... Geez, what was I? Islam was 33. Dang, so Islam really started to lose ground at the very end. And obviously that's because I was going for the victory type, not so much the dominant religion. But yeah, Catholicism actually started catching Taoism of the Chinese Empire at the very end. But either way, so glad I was able to get up Islam. That was so much fun. That was really, really a lot of fun here. Anyways, yeah, see, look, we really started to bring the Zulu down as we started grabbing cities, which was nice. Technically, they still had #1 in score. Who is it, the Shoshone? Yeah, the Shoshone. They were, yeah, the Zulus still technically were #1 in score. Population, geez, all my nuking, and they were still so high in population. That is insane. Crop yield, they were #1. Oh, yeah, they're probably going to be #1 in everything except for GNP. We saw that in the demographics. Land area, they still had the most land area. Military power, look how close we were to them. That's why I think they pieced out with us, even the Shoshone. I'm just proud to see that we were pretty high in this list. Let's check in on, let's see, happiness, we were #1? No, we weren't even #1 in happiness either. Technologies, see, this is it right there. Brazil could have won, easily. Brazil could have won. Oh, the Zulu really fell behind. You know why? And I started noticing that. I should have made a comment about that during the war. The Zulu were annexing those cities. And when the Zulus started annexing those cities, they started to drop in population. They kept a lot of the cities that they took away as puppeted, but in the middle of our war, I saw like one by one, I don't know exactly when, I thought it was in the middle of the war, they started annexing their puppets, which was a big mistake, because they were focused on their war efforts. They were, I'm assuming the AI was building units, they weren't focused on getting their newly annexed cities up to par with maybe some of the cities that they founded themselves. That's why I think they fell behind in technology, and that's what really hurt them. Because they never got up, they never were able to get up mechanized infantry, which I think really kept me safe. Wonders, Zulus still the #1 wonders. Is there anything else, really? Tourism, they had a bunch of tourism, but really not enough. Great works. Trade routes, I had the most trade routes. Actually, no, it was a tie. Faith gain, yeah, I had the most faith. Total faith, I mean, pretty much the Celts had me beat out, but I kept forgetting to put down the Great Prophet. Anyways, last thing I want to mention is something that, like, because I saw a lot of for this video, is and I think I make a comment about this almost every time, but I know that I'm not I am definitely not the best player at all. This campaign, again, was, I would say, I got so lucky with this one, unbelievably lucky. But at the same time, I think that, and I know I make mistakes, but there's also a lot of people that it's kind of hard to, at this point, at this stage, hard to differentiate when someone is commenting about, like, strategy, about, like, because when it comes to Civ 5, people play the game drastically different, and I'm getting comments of, like, yeah, I know I'm making mistakes. So there's two kind of comments that are being made. There's comments that are like, I'm making a mistake, and I know I make a lot of those mistakes because I know I'm not playing as efficiently as I can, and I'm trying to. It's difficult. And one thing I want to throw in here in the middle of this is, keep in mind, I take turns off over the break. I do that a lot because the way I do this, I want to be as entertaining as possible. You know, I throw those intros in there, and I try to kind of speak as entertaining as possible for you guys. I try to skip over all the micromanaging thing. I don't show everything because I do look at this. I look at the map over the break, sometimes for like at least an hour, and I do a lot of the stuff through that. Maybe not an hour, that's way too much, but I look at it for a good amount of time, and that's when I do a lot of the micromanaging. I do shift around citizens. I'm not just like blowing through these turns. I really get to think over the break, And that's when I do a lot of the really important strategy stuff. I make mistakes because I'm being entertaining and I'm trying to like show you guys only the quick, fun, fast stuff, the wars, the things like that. I'm not focusing in on kind of strategy as much. But that's one thing I wanted to throw out there, is that I do a lot over the break in terms of strategy, and that's where a lot of that's basically the only reason why I win the game, is over the break. But anyway, so I was gonna say, I make mistakes. There's comments that I'm making mistakes, and there's also comments that like are just people's own opinion about how to play the game, and that's kind of important to that I've really realized over the course of this campaign, is that people will make suggestions thinking that I'm playing wrong when that's just their way of playing. I play a certain way because I know my own ways. I know how to play with my strategy, and I know how to win with my own strategy, but everyone plays their own ways. So there are people that will say like, oh, you're making a mistake, but by not doing this, but it's like that is because that's their own strategy. You can play Civ 5 in many different ways. I choose to play Civ 5 in this way, and like I said, I do make mistakes, but at the same time, just because I'm not playing the way that you play doesn't necessarily mean that it's a mistake. So I definitely wanted to throw that out there because I was noticing a lot of that, and hopefully I'll get less of those comments. Like, call me out for the mistakes so that I get better, but don't call me out because I'm not playing the way that you play normally. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a mistake because I didn't rush this building when you normally rush this, because I'm doing other things at the same time. And I think a lot of you guys know that by now. You kind of have figured out my strategy for now. Like, I don't build barracks. I just don't build barracks. And honestly, I think that I'm going to continue with that strategy. I build barracks in the late game, not in the very beginning part of the game. I could build them a little bit earlier, but that's just one example. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this series. Like I said, I had an amazing time playing this game. This was such a fun, my favorite, by far, single-player series ever. Political map mode. I do want to look at units, and there we go. I mean, we were very close to creating pretty much exactly what I wanted. I'm glad that we grabbed these two cities over here. I would have loved to have taken this city and Iberia, but I guess we made up for it by taking kind of the Balkan region, the Italian peninsula, and part of southern France. So I guess I kind of made up for it, but that's the only thing. Almost perfect. I just could have maybe grabbed 3 more cities instead of grabbing these cities instead, and I would have got the exact Arabian Empire that I would have wanted. But either way, very happy. I actually would have really liked if I took Attila's court. That would have been very fun too. But either way. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.